Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to Farming Simulator 2025. This is my first video on the game. I've been playing it for a little bit. I have about 20 hours in the game now, and I just wanted to go over the hired worker and my thoughts. So, the old hired worker system that we've become used to over the past, I don't know, since Farming Simulator 2009 is gone. And now we have this new hired worker that you have to do the headlands with. So in the old game, you'd bring your hired worker over here, you'd set your hired worker, you just hit B, and then it just does up and down, up and down. That's gone. So now we hold B, and you're presented with this menu here. So we have steering assist and AI worker. I'm only going to go over the AI worker here. So the only thing I've messed around with in this menu here is the headlands are up or down. I always want to work the headlands pretty much. So you can change how many headlands you want to do, and then it'll update. The unfortunate thing is that there's no option to not do any headlands. So this is a perfectly straight, square field here, and I don't necessarily need headlands. So if I don't want headlands, I can click off for work the headlands, but it doesn't mean that it's going to go up and down over the whole field. It just means it won't do the headlands, and you're still going to have to do those by hand. So, okay, it's not a big deal. We'll do the headlands. So, I'll hire the worker here for the headlands. So we have our thing selected. We'll hit H or B, whatever it is. On the controller, it's B. Hire the worker. We got the worker hired, and it just picks wherever it wants to go. So, regardless of the position that you put your vehicle in, it will drive to wherever the hired worker wants to start, and it will start there. So, here we go. We're hired. We're doing the headland. So, we're coming up to the corner here, and this is the part that I do not like about the new hired worker. So you'll see what it does here. It drives all the way into the corner, and then it doesn't want to go off the field. So it's going to back up, and it's going to kind of start cutting away the corners. So it's going to go to the left. It's going to cut a little bit away the corner. And it's going to do this. Go back and forth a couple times. It wastes so much time for it to do this. It's not as big of a deal with a combine, but when you have some of the other machines, like some of the other harvesters, like the green bean and the pea harvesters, they will spend like 5 minutes per corner just cutting out the corner. And you have to do this for every corner. Okay, so now we're going back down the other way. And that didn't add too much time to the corner there. But when you have one of these pea harvesters with a super narrow header, it's got to take a bunch of passes. Just keep biting off little by little until it gets where it can make this turn on the field without going off the field. The hired worker is trying to stay entirely on the field. The Courseplay solves this by just doing a turn. It treats the corner of the field as just a corner, and it will just make a turn. So Courseplay, I'll show you what Courseplay would do. We've already started cutting this up, but Courseplay would be coming in here, and it would go just like this, and keep going around. And you'd miss a little bit in the corner, but that's fine. You can always come back and get it later if you want. I never do. So it just wastes a lot of time in the corners. Alright, here we have an example of why the new hired worker is a step back in some applications. So we're going to hold down B. It looks like we have 5 headlines. So, okay, I'm gonna hire the worker, and you'll watch what it's gonna do. First and foremost, this is a field of red beets, so we are going to need. Good thing I didn't hit the sign there. We're going to need a trailer under our implement at all times. Harvester. So, notably, we are driving in the field. You can't change if you. I'll just set my cruise control here. You can't change which direction you're going, so that's kind of annoying. Because we're driving the crops right now, it would be nice if you could have it so the hired workers pipe what's on the other side. Maybe you can manipulate that depending on where you hire the worker or whatever. But I showed up, hit the button to hire the worker, and it's doing this now. So here is the part where the new hired worker is kind of annoying. So it's like you gotta kind of guess what it's gonna do, and you gotta be like what are we doing here? Like, this is especially annoying because this will not drive unless you are under it. So I have no idea what this hire worker is doing. So we got to go and do this drive around and be underneath it, all for it to, like, what? What even was that turn? So I guess it didn't do where it cut out the corner there. I don't know why. It should have. But we'll see what happens when we get to the next corner. Okay, so I guess we're backing up now. And it's like, okay, I gotta go drive around. Now, if I had a trailer that did not have this turning front axle, that would be better. But I'm just going for worst case scenario. And how some contracts you get, this is what you get. Okay, yeah, now we're going to do the thing where we gotta, I guess we gotta turn around again. You know, I'm not the best with backing up this trailer. I'll admit that right now, but it's just annoying that you're going to waste so much time in these corners with it doing this. And then, okay, you got to get out of its way. It just wastes a lot of time. It's a lot more unnecessary driving around. Okay. Try this again. I just don't like it. If it was just up down, it's simple. Just go to the end of the field, it turns around, it figures it out, and it comes back the other way. So I hope Giants fixes this. Gives us the option to have the old hired worker back. Okay, I don't know what we're doing now. Once again, I guess we're going back to cutting more out. And it's like we spent so much time cutting out this corner for what? Just so it doesn't have to drive off the field. And so we get the entire corner. Like, I would be perfectly fine if it just made a rounded corner and missed a little in the very corner of the field. Sometimes it takes off without me. So yeah, it's just really annoying how, especially for a harvester like this. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you liked this video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts on the new AI worker in Farming Simulator 25. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan. I can't wait for Courseplay to come out. The steering assist is pretty cool. There's a couple things that I would change about that too, but we got what we got. And I bought the game, so I guess I'm going to play it. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys again in the next video.